Hello everyone. Welcome. In this video, we're tackling a common error in C# development. The name InitializeComponent does not exist in the current context. It's frustrating, but very fixable. Let's dive into why this happens and how to resolve it. This error usually pops up when you're working with Windows Forms, WPF, or other UI frameworks that use a visual designer. It means your code can't find the method that initializes all the UI elements defined in your XAML or Designer file. Let's explore some solutions. First, check your project structure. Make sure your Forms code behind file, e.g., myform.cs, is properly associated with its corresponding Designer file, e.g., myform, Designer.cs. If the Designer file is missing or not correctly linked, InitializeComponent won't be generated. Go to your Solution Explorer. See if both files are present and nested correctly. The Designer file should be nested under the main form file. If it's not nested, try manually nesting it by dragging and dropping the Designer file onto the main form file. If the Designer file is missing, you might need to add a new item to your project, choosing the appropriate form type. Secondly, verify the namespace. The namespace declared in your Forms code behind file must match the namespace used in your Designer file. If there's a mismatch, InitializeComponent won't be recognized. Open both files and carefully compare the namespace declarations at the top. Correct any discrepancies. Thirdly, clean and rebuild your project. Sometimes, the build process gets corrupted. Cleaning the project removes any intermediate build files. Rebuilding then forces a fresh compilation. Go to the Build menu and select Clean Solution. After it finishes, select Rebuild Solution. This often resolves issues caused by outdated or corrupted build artifacts. Fourth, ensure the build action is set correctly. In the Solution Explorer, select your XAML file for WPF or the form file for Windows Forms. In the Properties window, find the Build Action property. It should be set to page 4 WPF or compile for Windows Forms. Incorrect build action settings can prevent the Designer file from being generated correctly. Fifth, manually invoke InitializeComponent with caution. In rare cases, you might need to manually add the InitializeComponent call in your Forms constructor. However, this should only be done if you're absolutely sure it's missing and all other solutions have failed. Normally, Visual Studio automatically generates this call. Adding it manually might indicate a deeper issue. Remember to save all your changes and test your application after each step. These steps will most likely solve your problem. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you found this information useful, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more content. Your support helps me create more tutorials and helpful guides. Also, leave a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos.